Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song about the 1975 called Sex. Now, there is kind of a weird catch here too. If you're trying to match up with the recording, I think the recording is tuned up slightly, so it's about 10 cents sharp. So you actually have to go to the tuners if you want to match the recording exactly, and then tighten up the tuners just a little bit to kind of match their D note, because it's not exactly an A440 D. And it starts off with this really cool lick where you may want to take the G string on the 7th fret D note and just play that a lot. I'm kind of working that with the down ups with the right hand. You might want to think about kind of working kind of an alternate picking idea. Down up, 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 down up. And then later on you will hear this other cool lead lick come in where you can play 4th fret on the G, and 7 on the G, 6 on the G, and then 7 on the B. So kind of a 4, 6, or 7, 6, 7, 4, 7, 6, 7, B, D, C sharp, F sharp, lick. And the chord that would back that up on our intro verse would be a D major chord. And normally you do that first finger on the G second, second finger on the high E second, and third finger on the B third. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, the beautiful sounds of D major. Now, you may also dig on lifting the second finger. Always a fun finger to lift. That makes a D sus too. Or you could add in a pinky on the high E third for D suspended and kind of say some stuff around it. Or if you just want to rock it out, you could kind of work the D string and the G string together for a D5 power chord. Or you could do the A string 5th fret, third finger on the D7 for a D5. And then from the D, we'll be going to a G major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the A second, second finger on the low E third, third finger on the high E third. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on putting third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, working out for your G major. Or you could do this with a G5 power chord by doing first finger on the low E third, third finger on the A fifth, kind of working that for your G. And then from the G, we'd be going back to our D. And you may want to work just kind of an 8 down idea on each of these chords. Kind of D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, D, D. And I'm adding a little bit of right hand music to that, make that a little sneaky. And then we have G, G, G. But then we go to an A major. And normally you do this first finger on the D second, second finger on the G second, and third finger on the B second. And if you strum all those together, the beautiful sounds of A major, big party on the 2nd fret. Now you may also dig on lifting off the third finger, maybe an A sus 2, or you can add in the pinky on the B third for an A suspended, and kind of say some stuff around it. Or you may dig on an A7 sus, doing first finger on the D second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Now we can actually even work the D sus 1, 3, and 4 to the G, to the A, without having to move 3 and 4, so that might make it a little easier. Or if you want to rock it out, you could use an A5 power chord, doing the open A and 2nd fret on the D, or you could do 5th fret on the low E string, 3rd finger on the A7 for A5. So on that last part, you got kind of the G, and more G, and more G, then A. And actually, randomly, I'm going into a cool rock accent idea here. Kind of a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 division of the 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 8. So if you dig that, you may want to play around with that. Or you could work a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So if you took the D and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. So we tried that intro verse that way. You'd have the D, and this would be kind of quick. Oh man, I can't get the recording that way. You may want to try just a down, down, up on each chord. Kind of G, 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 into our chorus part. And our chorus starts on the D major, and then we do more D, and then we go to A, and then we go to a B minor chord. And normally you do this as a 2nd fret bar, 2nd finger on the B, 3rd fret, 3rd finger on the D, 4th fret, pinky on the G, 4th fret. Talk about some easy ways to do this too. But if you strum all those together, it sounds a B minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also dig on lifting off the pinky, B minor 7, or adding in the pinky on the high E 5th fret, or B minor 7. Or another way to play B minor 7 would be doing 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the high E 2nd. You can kind of work that A string to the high E string for that B minor 7. Or if you're digging on the A7 sus voicings, you can do 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. That can be a very cool way to work that chord. Or you could use a B5 power chord by doing 1st finger on the A 2nd, 3rd finger on the D 4th fret for a B5. Or you could work that from the low E string, going 7th fret on the low E, 3rd finger on the A 9th fret for the B5. So through the chorus part, we have kind of that D, into a chorus tag. Now, one other thing that I think about adding to the song is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, you're throwing bass notes for the chord. On the G, you'd have low E for the bass. On the A, you'd have the A for the bass. On the D, you'd have the D for the bass. And on the B minor, you'd have the A for the bass. So we tried that chorus tag with the bass down, up, down, up. You have the G, part. And our bridge part starts on the D major. We do more D, more D, more D, and then we go to A, more A, G, more G, but then we go to an E minor chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the D 2nd. If you strum all those together, it sounds like E minor chord, and it sounds so sad. Now you may also think about putting 3 on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, making that E minor 7. Or if you just want to rock that out, you could kind of work the knee and the A string on the 2nd fret for an E5. Or you could go 1st finger on the A 7th fret, 3rd finger on the D9 for an E5 power chord. And then from the E, you kind of hear the bass note go to a low E on the 2nd fret F sharp note. And you could do this with a D major chord, taking the thumb and going over the low E string 2nd fret, and that's called D slash F sharp, or D major with an F sharp in the bass. Or you may dig on a D sus slash F sharp by doing 1st finger on the low E 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of working that for the D slash F sharp. Or you could work kind of a D3 slash F sharp. This is weird, but if you're digging on the power chord shapes, you could go 1st finger on the low E 2nd fret, and then get the pinky or the 3rd finger to go to A string on the 5th fret. If you strum just the E and the A string, that sounds a D and an F sharp note. So the D is actually what we would call the root of the chord, because it's a D slash F sharp. But the F sharp is in the low E string bass. So I call that D3, D, E, F sharp is a 3rd, and then F sharp's in the bass, so D3 slash F sharp. It's weird, strange Munson terminology. But you can kind of work that into the G and then into the A major chord, kind of at the end of that. So through the bridge that way, you have the D, Oh wait, I didn't do enough D's. So through the bridge that way, you have the D, 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 A, G, G, and then the E, and then D3/F sharp, G, G, A. So if you want to make it really heavy, that can be very cool. Or if you want to work the down, down, up, and add the basses in, for the E minor, you'd have the load for the bass, and then on the D3 or the D/F sharp, you'd have the load for the bass. So we tried the bridge that way. You'd have D, really you could take all these ideas and kind of find a way that works for you and kind of run with it. So we have the D, B minor, G, 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 A, D, or we can mix it up. Into our last chorus. So our D, minor, G, outro. And so on the outro we'd have the B minor, A, G, E minor, and then we got a big D chord at the very end. Or if you're digging on the power chords, you have D, A, G, E5, and a big D5, which might be kind of cool. Now, there is kind of a weird catch here too. If you're trying to match up with the recording, I think the recording is tuned up slightly, so it's about 10 cents sharp. So you actually have to go to the tuners if you want to match the recording exactly, and then tighten up the tuners just a little bit to kind of match their D note, because it's not exactly an A440 D note. But that's the basics of how you can strum through sax by the 1975. So good luck. Hi, wherever you are in YouTube land. This is Munson Summer with Munson Music Live, Munson Guitar Songs, Munson Covers, and Munson Jam Tracks. Thanking you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you like this video and subscribe to the channel to see lots more like it. I'm always open to your requests. If you have a song that you love, please let me know so I can write it down on the request list so I can add that to it, because there are probably other people out there who love that song too and would love to learn how to play it. So thanks so much for all the love that you give me, and I hope that you're doing well and kind of figuring out how you can talk with the instrument. We are a small music shop in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina, and you're supporting us by watching this channel. Really appreciate all that love. So best of luck, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you in particular too. You can contact me on Facebook. You can leave a message here in the comments section, and I respond to all the comments that I get. So best of luck to you wherever you are.